I am up at the top of the hill in Pattaya at the viewpoint. Actually have not been here since pandemic time when it was completely empty. And as you can see now, it's not so empty anymore, right? Literally never saw a tourist here before. Check it out. Really nice up here. This is definitely one of the nicest spots in Pattaya. Right at the Pattaya sign, Pratanak Hill. Yeah, nice little spot. You know, I never even knew there was like this, like there's shops up here to buy stuff. You know, I don't know if this stuff straight up wasn't here before during the pandemic, just because there was no one here. Like this was like empty, kind of deserted, desolate up here. And I used to just come up here and take walks, and I would just never see anybody, you know? So that's why it's so weird to come up here and just see like hordes of tourists. Okay, we have some barbed wire here. Don't want to touch that. I mean, I don't know why anybody would want to climb over that anyways. You have to be absolutely insane. I have like I guess, I don't know, I want to say radio tower, but I know that's wrong. But whatever it is, I mean, it even says on this building, FM 104.75. What is that? It's for a radio station? Yeah, no idea. What is this too? Check this out. Have some like rooster offerings, something like this. Maybe like a cow as well. I think that's a offering for the gods. Have some nice music playing too. I just don't want to get copyright restricted, so I'm talking over it. Pretty nice though, to be honest. Some freaking zebras out here? What is this? Jesus Christ. You know, you see some weird stuff in Thailand where you just don't really know like what's going on. Just like, you know, just like a set of zebras. It just kind of sometimes just leaves you wondering. I'll say that. Like over here as well, I mean, we have like obviously more roosters. What's that? More roosters up there as well. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Huh. It's been so long since I've been up here. It's you know, it like feels new to me. Pretty cool. Yeah, nice view up here. So nice. Definitely the best view in Pattaya that you're gonna get. You can see the super old building here that's just like deserted and been deserted for a long time. You have this bad boy. Interesting. What happens if I... Well, that doesn't work that well. It's cool. Pattaya Bay. Today's sunset time at... I wonder when's the last time that somebody actually wrote the sunset time on that board. You gotta wonder. Yeah, a lot of tourists up here, but it's not like overly crowded that you can't even walk. I'll say that one little viewpoint spot, it was pretty packed. You see some people here making offerings, you know, offerings to the great... I don't know who that is. Oh, it's all in Thai. Can't read it. Yeah, let me know if you know who the that Master General is, or whoever. Yeah, cool. Nice breeze up here too. I like it. I like it. Yeah, it just kind of like dawned on me today that I haven't been up here in such a long time. I was like, where can I shoot some video that's kind of scenic? And this is what came to mind. Let's see, like, more strange things. No drone zone. Absolutely no drones. Yeah, I've had a lot of questions of people asking, like, does Pattaya get boring? Do you think you'll get bored? Stuff like that. Honestly, I don't think you'd be any more bored here than like anywhere else that you live. So, yeah, I don't think so. No. I mean, I get bored anywhere. To be honest, I'm bored in New York City. Yeah, here I get bored as well. But there's nowhere that I've lived that I've not. I don't get bored on a regular basis. So I think that's part of life. I do know what you mean by when you would say, like, do you think you'll get bored? It's like, is Pattaya, is there not enough to do here? Maybe, yeah. And so in that regard, no, I think there's plenty to do. I think there's plenty of different spots to go do free things and, like, come up here and take a walk, or yeah, go to the beach, something like that. Go to a beach club, go for sunset. Maybe there's a little more to do in Bangkok. Like, yeah, there's probably more to do socially and like more options of places to go, more interesting places to go. So in that regard, I think Bangkok's less boring, but I don't think Pattaya is boring. Yeah, I had to really think about that question today because it's come up now like 3 times. Either somebody saying like Pattaya is boring, or somebody asking me like, do you think you'll get bored? And yeah, it came up enough times that I was like, okay, interesting. But yeah, no, I don't. And people wouldn't usually ask that question about like New York City, right? They wouldn't say like, don't you think New York City is a little bit boring? I mean, nobody would really say that. But I think it applies the same way. It's like, you're gonna have moments of boredom. You gotta find hobbies and things to do to fill your time. Yeah, the places are more boring than others. Like, of course, the Midwest of the U.S., Midwest of America is probably more boring than New York. But I think every place is like what you make of it. So, yeah, lots to do here and easy to travel from here. So I think if you really do get that bored and you feel like you're kind of, I don't know, stuck in one place, then you just get out and go somewhere else for the weekend or whatever, right? I'm about to get water in my bike. I am so parched. Oh my God. And check out this little temple here. It's because I've never checked it out. Interesting. I don't want to be too loud. I don't want to disturb their thing. Looks like they take donations every day of the week or something like that. Oh, this one is chilling. All the other ones are, kind of seated, standing. This one is chilling. Wow, Tuesday, chill day. Oh, wow. Oh, there's chickens over here too? Are you kidding me? Bok, 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 bok. Oh, wow, there's a king rooster. Check that out. How close can I get to them? Are they? Oh, wow. It's like the king rooster right here. They got like nowhere to go. I mean, almost feels like I could pet him. Nice. Wow. That's cool. That's dinner. I wonder if that's dinner right there, or if that's like cockfighting, or is just like a pet. Ooh. I knew it was going to be dead. Had to try it out. I just had a feeling. I can't go in on this side, but okay. All right. Another little shrine over here. Let's see. It's cool. Oh wow. It's like a whole farm over here. Interesting. And here it's like a freaking, like a flea market. Looks like. All right. That was cool. Yeah, they're deep in prayer, so leave that be. Got a little bell right here. All right. That's cool. Ooh. Freaking bird just. All right. Yeah, beautiful. Lovely view. Well worth coming up here. Check it out. It's worth coming up here once in a while just for some like exercise, you know, get out of the house and see it. And it's also worth coming if you've never been up here, you know? Nice little spot. You know, I would say that even though I don't care for nightlife that much, like at least here, you know, I'm not such a nightlife guy, not going out much. I don't drink alcohol at all. And I still don't think that Pattaya is boring. You know, I think if I was a drinker, I think if I was frequenting these bars, like if I could drink, you know, I don't drink because I have like a stomach problem. It's like an allergy, you know, causing me all sorts of issues. And so I can't drink, right? And so it's not an option for me. If I could, yeah, I think I would go out here and there, you know, maybe twice a week, have a couple drinks. I think it would add some excitement to living here. You know, I think it would only add to it, right? It would only be more fun to be able to do that. So I think if it's not boring for me here, not being able to go to bars, not being able to drink any alcohol, then it's, you know, it's almost not going to be boring for anybody. Unless you're the type of person who like really craves so much adventure all the time, you know, like I guess I'm not the most adventurous person, you know. I like to chill. I like to just hang out a lot of the time. So maybe that's it, right? Maybe it fits for me. Maybe if you like to be out and about all the time and I don't know, always doing very adventurous things, maybe it's not for you, you know. Yeah, but I can only speak from my experience. I mean, I've spent now probably 4 months here, 5 months here total, and I could see it as somewhere that I could stay for years. Now I always have that looming idea in my head of like, is there somewhere better for me? And I've made videos about this, like this whole concept, you know, where I'm just not sure if this is the place where I want to settle down, where I want to sign even a 12-month lease, for sure. But I think it also feels like a very low risk move to like sign a 12-month lease here and spend 12 months here. Like it's, you know, it's almost guaranteed that it's going to be pretty easy living, nice living, enjoyable. Maybe by the end of that 1 year, there will be like a boredom feeling or a feeling of like, oh, I'm ready to get the hell out of here. I'm ready to go to the next spot. That's very possible. That's very possible. But just staying here for a few months at a time, I've not yet felt that. I think I would. I think when I visited Koh Samui, for example, and stayed for around like 10 days, by the end of that, it started to feel like, you know, I'm ready to go back to Bangkok. So I feel like maybe Koh Samui is a little bit is somewhere that would get boring for me, or is too slow, is a little bit less, yeah, not lively enough, not city enough for me. So I think Pattaya has enough of like city atmosphere, a lot of people around, you know, it's quite lively, and so that keeps it interesting. Sawasdee ka, hi. Yeah, excited to try some new spots though, regardless. I've done away with the idea now of going north, going to Chiang Mai for the moment, just because, yeah, I asked a few people who are there just to see if burning season is bad yet, and they said it's bad enough that I should wait, and it's only going to get worse from here, so going to put that on the back burner. Going to go to Chiang Mai after burning season. Yeah, I hate pollution as it is, so like I definitely don't want to go right into the yeah, just like into the worst of it, you know. So I, for now, am going to leave Pattaya next week and likely go to Bangkok, and that is the plan, and we will figure out the grand plan from there. But I'm not leaving because I'm bored, you know. I'm leaving to change up the atmosphere, leaving to make some videos of some different spots. Okay, what's up, Pooch? Yeah, leaving to just film some new areas, and also I just don't want to spend the whole 2 months here before my visa run in the same place the whole time. It is easy and it's cheap here, and I easily could, but you know, if I can, I will move around a bit, at least Bangkok. But this has been such a nice time in Pattaya, you know. Since getting here from Bali, it's been like just such a change, such a black and white difference to how I was feeling in Bali. And so things are good. The YouTube is good. Everything is going well. Yeah, and we are going to keep on going. Oh, this is steep. This is different. Going uphill. Whew, it feels different. I'm in Pratumnak Hill. I'm just going to take a little walk around. For me, probably the nicest part of Pattaya, nicest area, my favorite area at least. You know, I'd say more recently, it has become like the most hotspot area for like Russian expats, you know, and tourists as well. So it's like super Russian heavy over here. Not that local, but really nice area. You know, a lot of shops. Cozy Beach is over here, which is really nice beach. Honestly, probably the best beach. Probably nicer than Jomtien. Different, you know, there's not like a huge beach walk. It's more like a standalone beach, but I have the Wake and Bake coffee shop here. Yeah, a lot of cannabis cafes. I will say the Russians do love their cannabis, for sure. Just you have everything you need over here. You know, there's like a lot of convenience store. There's 7-Elevens. There's a lot of like stalls, Thai food and produce. There's restaurants over here as well, like on the water by the beach. It's just like a nice area to stay, and it's a little bit pricier, I think, for what you get, but not much. You can also find condos over here, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 baht. So yeah, I would say the main thing like to live in Jomtien instead of living over here would be to have like the beach walk, so that you can, yeah, not walk directly on the beach, just kind of have this huge walking path. It's nice. For me, that's like the main reason I would ever live in Jomtien instead of living over here, other than just like happening to find a place in Jomtien for a good price or something, if I had a choice, I'd probably choose Pratamnak Hill. You know, I'd have to see if I really miss the beach walk, because we're not that far away from it. Like, you can quite easily get to it if you want. And like, I'm not staying beachfront right now. Like, I have to walk, or I have to ride the motorbike to the beach anyways. So it's the same. But I'm like, compared to staying beachfront on Jomtien, you know, it is nice to be able to walk out of your accommodation, walk out of your condo, and like step onto the beach, step onto the beach walk. You know, just walk out of your house and go for some exercise in the morning. It makes it really easy and convenient, and it's much easier to get myself like out of the door. So over here, it's like you're more so walking like where I'm walking here, you know, like next to the shops, next to the road, and then like on back streets, and you know, you can walk on Cozy Beach, but there's no actual beach walk. But a lot of restaurants here. Definitely a lot of restaurants in Pratamnak. More than anything, I'd say. More restaurants than Russians. A lot of massage shops over here too, like just like seemingly endless, you know. $200 an hour. Good price. Very good price. You know, $5 an hour, something like that. Maybe, yeah, $5, $6. You see just like one after the next massage shop. Something smells good. It smells like fried chicken. It must be this. You could smell that from like down the street. Wow. I'm just gonna walk over to Cozy Beach. I'm right nearby. Have some seafood, chicken. Yeah, it looks good. A lot of tour buses as well. There is a lot of like a lot of condos that are beachfront over here, and I mentioned it in a few videos, but people recommend the Cozy Beach View condominium. Said it's around 9,000-10,000 baht a month, and they have a sauna, they have a cold plunge, and I just heard multiple people say they're nice units, nice building, nice place to live, or they have a friend who lives there and they like it. So we'll keep that in mind. If I ever see a place for rent there, would love to try it out for a week or something. That'd be cool. Or maybe I can, you know, reach out to them or go by and get them to let me do a condo tour. That would be good, because then I'll get to see it for myself, and I'll also get to do a video. So yeah, maybe I'll try that. These are some very, say, famous, like popular restaurants here. Sky Gallery. It's like one of the beachfront restaurants. I'm just gonna pop in a little bit so you can see. Kind of fancy, pricey. Depends what you get, but they have a little of everything: Western food, Thai food, and like you can see a nice sunset right over here. You know, it's kind of like a beach club vibe that you would get in Bali almost. Yeah, like seats overlooking the ocean. Now, I've eaten here quite a few times actually, and it's really nice. The food is good, the atmosphere is good, and you get a really good sunset from here. I mean, really, really nice spot. So, highly recommended. The food is solid. You know, I would probably give it a like a 7 out of 10. Price, given the price and everything, 7 out of 10. You know, I've ordered from Grab here even more times. There used to be something I really liked, this like squid with chili and garlic dish. It's pretty good. And I used to always order that. I've never actually been to the chocolate factory. You know, there's 2 of them in Pattaya. It's like a restaurant. They do have, you know, it's not just like sweets like chocolate. They have like a full menu. I do believe they also do some like sweets, desserts. Just take a peek inside here. Yeah, it looks nice. See, these people were using the menu. I think it's like honestly a very similar menu to like Sky Gallery, like tons of drinks and just like endless menu items of like Western food, you know, steaks, pizza, Thai food. Like they try and have like a little of everything. I think even too much so that they're like not able to, you know, make it as good as they probably would be able to if they specialize a little more. But I think it's nice to come here with friends or with a significant other, like a date spot. It's really nice. So worth paying a little extra, just for the place, for the atmosphere, for the experience. And then after Chocolate Factory, there's another spot over here, the Forest by the Sky. It's actually, so you get to Cozy Beach right here. Just want to see if I can pop in because this is a cool spot. It has really nice seating, nice setup. See if they'll just let me film really quick. Just wanna see really nice spot here. They kind of have like these cool seats down there too. Yeah, very nice. Ate here a few times as well. Food is really good. Yeah, again, you pay a little more for the scenery and the location, but well worth it. I think the food here, same thing. It's like 7 out of 10. Everything is just like pretty good. You know, everything always comes, and every one of these restaurants is like not as hot as it could be. I don't know. It's just like, you know, a few notches down from being like ideal, but it's solid. Sorry if I'm not selling it like super well, but they're worth visiting. It's just like, I do wish that they were like really top-notch food, because then they'd be perfect, you know, but yeah, it's good. I'm not gonna go twice a week though. Got the stairs down the Cozy Beach. Get a real nice view on the way down, actually. We've made it. Yeah, this is such a nice beach. Probably the nicest beach in Pattaya. I think Wangamat Beach is also really nice. You know, on the north side of Pattaya. I think Cozy Beach and Wangamat Beach are my favorite. Just because they're both like more standalone beaches like this that curve around. Kind of just like chill at, you know, it's not so long. I think Jomtien Beach is cool for what it is, and I like the fact that you can like, you know, walk. But I also love a beach like this that just has a nice curve. And it feels like one big beach. You can see the whole thing, you know. Yeah, it's nice over here. Nice out here. A lot of spots to sit. Definitely gets busy over here too. Oftentimes like a lot of families, I'd say, more than anything. It's not huge. You can walk one end to the other pretty easily. And you can see the condos here. You know, I don't even know which one is Cozy Beach View. I assume it's one of these over here because those are like the most beachfront condos, you know? Yeah, I've never actually stayed like directly over here by Cozy Beach. I've always wanted to, and I never found an Airbnb or a short-term accommodation over here. I'd love to. I stayed one time more by Dongtan Beach. It's right in between Pratamnak and Jomtien. You see me in videos on Dongtan Beach all the time. It's just a little spot by the 7-Eleven. You know, and it's nice. It's nice over there. But it would be cool to stay over here too. It really would. Some people might say it's like lacking some authenticity, Thai culture, but so is most of Pattaya. So yeah, I get it. I don't know. I actually agree with that a little bit. But Jomtien is like that too. But you do get that, like, you do get a local feel in Jomtien as well. A lot of locals hanging out on the beach, you know, groups of people, friends, families, tons of locals. So you do get the mix over there. Maybe over here you don't, you know, like on this beach is pretty much 95% tourists, 95% Russian. So I don't know, maybe that would be a turnoff after some time staying here. I don't know. For me, it doesn't seem like a big deal. I don't really care that much. Everything is close enough. It's like I just want to be somewhere where my walking distance is good. You know, everything around me is pretty close and it feels walkable. And otherwise, like accessibility to other areas on the motorbike. You know, it's really close to everything. So yeah, one of the best spots you could stay, highly recommended, you know, whether it's your first time or, you know, whether you're coming to live here, whether you're coming on holiday. I think this is a good area. I think you would want to have a motorbike for sure. But as I always say, I think pretty much any area you want to have a motorbike. And for me, anytime I don't have one, starts getting to me after just a couple days. So yeah, get yourself a motorbike. Actually, not one Thai person on the whole beach. Just like some tourists, Chinese tourists. But yeah, no locals. I do wonder if sometimes locals come over here just to hang out though. You would think sometimes, right? Even though it's like uncommon, I'm sure it happens. I'm sure there's one or two here that I missed as well, but I was looking out for it to see, and I didn't see any locals. I don't think there's anything wrong with going to a country and living somewhere that is not, you know, mega local. You know, I get some other comments that say like, oh, that's not really living in Thailand. You know, you're living in Russia, in Southeast Asia. Or people say like, you know, that's not really Thailand, or like, why even move there if you're gonna live somewhere like Pattaya? And I think everybody has a different idea of what they want to do. You know, not everybody wants to live in like this super local area, you know? It comes with positives and negatives living in an area like that. I think I like to get the mix, you know? I like both. And I like to go to different areas, different days and different times. You're not necessarily confined to just that, you know? So if you do stay in this area, you can easily venture into other spots in Pattaya that are more local, more authentic, you know? Or you don't even have to. You could still enjoy the surroundings and enjoy the area. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think if some people have a problem with it, or they think, oh, that's not how you're supposed to travel to Thailand, that's not how you're supposed to do things. Well, guess what? There is no way you're supposed to do things. Do things however the hell you want. So it just makes me laugh sometimes when I see those kind of comments. I'm like, you're not really living in Thailand. It's like, what are you talking about? How can somebody care that much? You can feel how like emotionally attached they are to the thing, to the comment. I don't get it. But I'm here to address it. All right, this was nice. Change up the environment a little bit. I haven't really walked around Pradamnak. I don't think I've ever recorded video over here, so nice to change it up a little bit. Hear how out of breath I am. Look at these. It looks like it's used to transport prisoners. Honestly. Interesting. anytime you stand still for something here, like you stand still to use the ATM, just like stand in place for a moment, bugs start attacking your legs. It's like, you know, it's the bane of my existence here, I think. Like, mainly if I'm standing still to use an ATM, if I'm standing to like pee in a bush or something, it's even worse. Like, just being attacked by bugs and you can't really move. You can't really walk around. Those moments get me every time, and it happens to me like daily. Hey! Okay, all right. Anyways, made it to the bike. I think I'm gonna go pick up a little bit of ganja and head back home for a little bit, chill out in the AC. We got another pooch. A lot of dogs over here. A lot of dogs. All right, I'm out of here. Just out here baking in the sun. You really can't beat just having a balcony with direct sunlight. You know, half the day you get sunlight, half the day you have shade. I mean, it's amazing. Every balcony is different. You know, some you'll get the sunrise, some you'll get the sunset. Of course, most of them you get nothing. You get like looking at buildings or something like that. But yeah, having the sun shining on a balcony for me is like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So whatever like place I end up renting long term, wherever, at some point, my house, you know, it needs to have like a place to sit and get good sunlight. I mean, you can't beat it. You need a private spot to get some sunlight and just chill with a good view. I mean, look at this. We got just so much greenery out here. All these trees. Excellent. Excellent. Am I bored? No, I'm not bored. I'm not bored. I mean, you can't really beat that, folks. That sunset view from the balcony is just too good. So good.